Hey guys, welcome back to Clash with Bardot. Tonight I'm going to be going over our latest war win, and that'll be 214 for 32. Where are we? The war's still on, so let's click the right thing. Out to go. We're all done and dusted. We didn't manage to get the perfect storm that we, have a bit of a laugh and try and gain, but on top of that, we had some really good practice. So you can see number 1 and 2 knocked off by Bardot 80. They were pretty simple donut bases. Base number 4 was also a Town Hall 10. So we were the one Town Hall 10 base down, but it made no real difference. So unlucky there on number 3 as well. Hero down on Bardot 81B. But we did have a couple of Town Hall 10 hit downs. And let's have a look and see where we go for attacks from our Town Hall 9s. This is Peter the Great. This is Captain Awesome. He came to camp out for a war. Let's have a look at what he did, because I haven't actually watched the replay. Let's put it in 2 times. Looks like a stoned Gohog by the looks. Yeah, 3 golems. So it was a Clan Castle golem. Unlucky on the stacking of those golems though, because obviously the dragon's going to do the damage to the 2 of them. But very good read of the heroes and positioning. Simple Clan Castle draw in the end. Gets in his big heroes. Lots of coverage. Early pop on that queen by the looks of it. That was just to make sure she moved up and kept doing the damage. Just the 2 heals. Still a golem in midfield, so I like that because it's gotten all of the bottom section out of his kill squad, and it hasn't really required too much from the hogs. So yeah, really good use there. That works well. 4 poorly positioned giant bombs in the midfield there. I mean, this war wasn't an overly hard war. Yeah, it's just one of those things. Yeah, well done, Peter the Great. Or mediocre. Hey, love you, Captain. So we'll go now. Let's have a look at Shade's hit on number 8. Again, I haven't actually watched this, so pretty stock standard internet base. Looks like a mass Valk, 7 healers, so I'm guessing he's going to put 3 healers onto his queen. No, 4 healers onto his queen. That'll get her pushing through there. Pretty simple. Doesn't look like he's got any wall breakers, so not too sure on the intention. Looking from the minions there, it looks like he's going to want to position the queen walking anti-clockwise, or clockwise, sorry. Work out me clock. So good use there. That means those 2 poisons means he can hold on to one of his rages. Not that he doesn't have them spare, but that's quite a good use there. You can see he's also done a hard herd up the top there, and made sure his minions push all his Valks in the one direction. 3 wall breakers coming out of that Clan Castle. Now they're max level wall breakers, so you know it's only going to take 2 to open up those walls. And those Valks just go nutso straight away. 3 healers on the Valk group. Unfortunately, with those heroes drawing the Valks away, they did skip that air defense. But you see by taking those 3 that he's had plenty of healer coverage. So unfortunately doesn't have many hogs or anything like that. Probably could have put 2 hogs onto that archer tower that was shooting his last healer. But still a good healthy amount of Valks left. Still a queen. Still had the queen's ability. Don't know where he's going to go with this hog. There it goes. More for shits and giggles by the looks of it, because it's just going to go and die. But yeah, full king, full queen. I think there was 3 Valks left there, so pretty powerful, the old Valks. I did actually manage to use it at Town Hall 8 today and have a bit of a muck around. Let's have a look at what Muzzer's got here. He's been playing around with Valks as well, so I will try and show something different. 13, this was one of my raids at the end of the war. I'm a king down. I'm still trying to upgrade old Jimmy Bob. And you can see it's pretty low base. So low air defense. All I've done is just shoved in the queen and then lava loomed the tail end of it. So pretty simple war. Pretty simple base really. This wasn't the first hit, so it wasn't a fresh hit or anything like that. When I've got my king upgrading, I'll always make sure I check to see whether we need that king gemmed and whether I need to do proper attacks or whether I can just muck around. So obviously I took the second option and mucked around. And still got away with the 3 stars. Unfortunately, I was hoping the queen would actually go further south and take out that enemy queen, and then also get that last air defence, but she did have a mind of her own and went up to that cannon, so I was probably a little bit slow on those 2 loons. Otherwise, that would have got the cannon and changed her, redirected her down the bottom. So you can see the enemy queens happily smashing out all the pups and the loons. Very good positioned last loon there to draw those 2 red bombs. Otherwise, that might have been lights out for Bardot. And you see my queen there mopping up the ending. So, yeah. I might show the attack on number 1. I'm getting a little bit fed up, I guess, with donut bases. And it's all well and good trialling different things, but you're not going to get donut bases in most 99% of organised wars, and there's a reason being, because they get smashed. But yet people still use the bloody things in wars. And what was bad with this one was you can see Barbarian Clan Castle draw. It's just absolutely retarded position to put it. So 2 barbarians, gets the Clan Castle, and a dragon Valk in the Clan Castle. So it was a pretty simple one, this one. This was the second hit. I did have it opened by Town Hall 8 just to make sure. And this one here, I wanted a 3-point structure. And what I was going to do was have the Queen walk down the bottom, then the main force of Valks go in the middle, and the King with the Clan Castle Valks to go in that top right-hand side there. What I should have done, and I looked afterwards, is I should have used a Valk there. If I had used a Valk on that wizard, that would have saved my Queen's ability. It was my entire intention to use my Queen's ability and then you'll see a rage come up further up, and that was so the rage lasted into all those point defences, because there was no need putting a rage early. So you see that holds that up, and those healers are going to get the absolute full use out of that. The Queen is going to get a good use out of it. So you see now the Earthquake's coming out. That's going to open up all that midfield. The old 2-finger redhead drop. Good use of the Warden's Eternal Tome there. Good use of that first and second rage. And you see as soon as they come out of the tome, I had a freeze lined up. Unfortunately, lost my Queen down the bottom. That would have helped if I had that ability, of course. But there's redheads running around everywhere. There's healers everywhere. The King's still got his ability and on full life. And it's pretty much all over from there. So these are the Donuts bases. Not exactly something that's going to make red hot raids. 107k bases, still not a max base. But yeah, people need to switch on and start getting rid of these bases, because the decent clans, the guys that understand 10 and 11 pretty well, you're just going to get smoked. It's just one of those things, you know, like we've got to get rid of those bases. The sooner the better. Start having some thought process and getting into these good defended bases. So when we get into our organised wars, you know, we've got a bit of an idea. But that's about it for us. That's our week. We've got a night off. Scrim starting in Above and Beyond tonight. And yeah, have a good weekend, guys. And as always, subscribe and clash on.